Nobody really knows what WWE has planned for Roman Reigns. You see, all day on Monday, WWE pushed the Roman Reigns initiative. They continued to push the Roman Reigns initiative by stating that Roman Reigns beat Samoa Joe. Has he earned another shot at the Universal Championship and another shot at Brock Lesnar? Everybody across the world is asking the same question. What has Roman Reigns done to earn a spot in a Universal Championship match? From Sunday to Monday and before Backlash, he's done nothing but lose. He beats Samoa Joe, and all of a sudden, Roman Reigns is now a number one contender for the Universal Championship? Is that what they're trying to tell me? Samoa Joe is a SmackDown superstar. Roman Reigns is a Monday Night Raw superstar. A win over Samoa Joe means nothing for Roman Reigns on Monday Night Raw. Roman Reigns shouldn't have even won the match at Backlash. You see, Roman Reigns has nothing going on for him. Samoa Joe is the one that came out and issued a challenge to AJ Styles and has threatened to take the WWE Championship away from AJ Styles. So a win for Samoa Joe would give him much needed momentum on top of the momentum that he currently has going into a potential match with AJ Styles. Roman Reigns, we all know that he is in the back pocket of Vince McMahon. No matter if he wins or loses, Roman Reigns is going to be taken care of by WWE management. WWE, before Monday Night Raw took place tonight, issued matches on social media to get you prepared for Monday Night Raw. Money in the Bank is 6 weeks away, which seems like an eternity nowadays for WWE pay-per-view. Seems like next week we should have a WWE pay-per-view the way the calendar's been going. But 6 weeks is a breath of fresh air and a much-needed break for WWE pay-per-views. WWE set forth qualifying matches tonight on Monday Night Raw, getting you ready for Money in the Bank. Triple threat matches for the women. Triple threat match for the men. Another qualifying match tonight that was announced on the air with Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens. WWE has placed Roman Reigns in one of these qualifying matches on Monday Night Raw tonight. He went up against Sami Zayn and Finn Balor in the main event of Monday Night Raw, with the winner advancing to the Money in the Bank ladder match in Chicago. Now, we didn't know the ruling of the Money in the Bank or how WWE was going to go about the Money in the Bank ladder match this year for the men and the women. People were speculating that there's going to be 4 ladder matches, 2 for the women on SmackDown, or 2 for the SmackDown brand, 1 for the women and the men. Same thing for Monday Night Raw, 1 for the women and the men. 4 ladder matches in total, which would have been completely overkill. I don't think I would have wanted to see another ladder match for the rest of the year if that was the case with Money in the Bank. WWE doing the right thing, and they're making Money in the Bank one of the special, quote-unquote, pay-per-views of the year where Raw and SmackDown superstars will battle each other for the right to be called Mr. or Mrs. Money in the Bank. It's going to be 8 men and 8 women. 1 women's match and 1 men's match, which is the right way to go about it. It creates a sense of intrigue. It makes everything that much more unpredictable. And, like I said, it makes the event feel special, more so than it has been in previous years. I can appreciate that. Money in the Bank has been made into one of the big 5 pay-per-views. It now has a takeover event that correlates with that Sunday's pay-per-view. So you know it's going to be a big deal. WWE doesn't put a takeover event for anything but Big Five, or one of the Big Four, now Big Five, Money in the Bank pay-per-views. I mentioned on my Backlash review last night, if you guys missed it, it's linked in the video with the little eye in the top right corner. That annotation, that YouTube card, go and check it out. About 5 minutes in, we discussed the Roman Reigns Samoa Joe situation and how that match shouldn't have main evented Backlash. And WWE continuing to just rinse and repeat and expect a different result. The ignorance of WWE is absolutely fucking nauseating when it comes to Roman Reigns. More people on Sunday night, Monday morning were against the Roman initiative than I have ever seen it before. Good. Good. WWE deserves every bit of backlash. Roman Reigns deserves every bit of backlash. No pun intended. Actually, pun intended. Because that's exactly what Backlash did. It issued a backlash from the audience watching this heap of shit for 3.5 hours on Sunday night. They deserve every bit of backlash that they have coming to them and will have coming to them with Roman Reigns, because they do not learn. I don't know what it's going to take to stop Roman being pushed in his current state. This is all WWE's fault. And I mentioned on Backlash, Roman beating Samoa Joe really doesn't do anything as far as him getting a Universal Championship match. I mentioned on Backlash review that wouldn't it be something if WWE put Roman Reigns in the Money in the Bank ladder match, knowing that he has not beaten Brock Lesnar in 3 attempts, 2 singles matches, and a fatal 4-way at SummerSlam? Wouldn't it be something if WWE put Roman Reigns in the Money in the Bank ladder match and had him win the Money in the Bank briefcase and have him carry that briefcase around, putting control in his hands over Brock Lesnar and getting one over on Brock Lesnar, winning the Universal Championship in the same way that Lesnar lost it to Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 31. Wouldn't that be something? Is that what we're going to have to endure for the summer of 2018? Is it going to be Roman in the Bank? Now, when I stated that, there was absolutely no news on Roman Reigns winning Money in the Bank. I felt like I was a fucking prophet. I felt like I was a Nostradamus. All of a sudden, on Monday afternoon, I start seeing Roman Reigns tweet, if this is my only way into getting my Universal Championship, then I'm going to win it, and I'm going to cash it in. This is my destiny, or some shit that he was talking about. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck have I done? What have I caused? What have I put out into the universe? You ever watch The Mummy with Brendan Fraser, the first Mummy film? Him and Rachel Weisz? Great fucking movie, man. Every time it's on, and I mentioned this on social media, and I gave myself a nice little fucking laugh while I was doing my my daily errands today. I was out and about, and I'm like, what the fuck did I just do? What am I seeing now? What did I put into the universe? The scene where Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz are in the desert, and they're with their teams. It's nighttime, and they're hearing noises, and one of the other guys on the other dig teams, he's holding the Book of the Dead, right? The Book of Amun-Ra. Oh, no, it's not. It wasn't the Book of Amun-Ra. It was the Book of the Dead. The Book of Amun-Ra was gold, right? So this guy's holding the Book of the Dead, and he's sleeping with it. And the only way you can open the Book of the Dead is with a key, which Rachel Weisz had in her possession. So she took the book while this guy was sleeping, and she opens the book, and Brendan Fraser's like, you shouldn't be messing with this type of thing. So she starts reading from the book, right? And all of a sudden, she summons the plagues of Egypt, and the guy that was sleeping woke up, and he's like, no! You must not read from the book! And then all of a sudden you see a fucking swarm of locusts come in and it covers the entire fucking desert, swallowing all the fucking servants and the slaves up, right? And then he's sitting there and he's like, what have we done? And that was me this afternoon. I'm like, what the fuck have I done? Have I just put an idea into WWE's brains to have Roman Reigns win Money in the Bank 2018? Like I mentioned in the beginning of this review, man, I don't know what WWE is doing with Roman Reigns. I don't know if they're trying to develop some sort of sympathy, having him just lose more so than he wins. I don't know what WWE's plan is here. You know, if they wanted Roman to win the Universal Championship, he could have won it and should have won it. I don't know what the prolonging is. I really don't. Everybody on this planet picked Roman Reigns to win at WrestleMania and at the Greatest Royal Rumble. He won neither of those matches. Money in the Bank qualifying match is happening tonight against Finn Balor and Sami Zayn. Everybody and their mother picked Roman Reigns to win this match tonight and advance to Money in the Bank. He lost. I don't know what they're doing, or I don't know what is going on in their heads. Are they legitimately trying to develop some sort of sympathy to have this guy lose, and the fans will all of a sudden just say, you know what, I feel bad for the guy? Or really is the Roman Reigns experiment over? And we're making a big deal out of nothing. Now, I don't think that's the case whatsoever. Now, Roman was screwed, quote unquote, to some fucking goons out there. I mean, to me, Brock Lesnar won the match. I don't know about you guys. But tonight, Jinder Mahal screwed over Roman Reigns. Now, I made a big deal about Roman winning Money in the Bank. He lost tonight. Finn Balor goes on to qualify. He's in the match tonight, with Braun Strowman being the other guy who qualified for Money in the Bank. Jinder Mahal comes out and ruins Roman Reigns' parade tonight. Causes him to lose the match. Now, I don't know why WWE is taking the excessively long road to get Roman where he needs to be. If it was me, make it a quick and painless death. Just give him the fucking title and move on with this fucking bullshit already. End it. Stop keeping the fans in limbo. Nobody wants it. All we want to do is see it happen if it's going to happen, and then we can move on with our miserable fucking lives. And the next thing that we're going to be concerning ourselves with is who is the next in line to take the belt off of Roman Reigns. We haven't even gotten to that point yet. It's just Roman, and WWE trying to just make this a fucking pity party, a sympathy party for Roman Reigns. Why? You do understand that nothing you do will work. Now, they're using one of the worst fucking wrestlers on the entire roster that no one gives a single fuck about, who has the same kind of heat Roman Reigns has, to put him in a position where they think he will be. I'm talking about using Jinder Mahal now to try and get Roman Reigns over. I didn't expect this to happen so soon, but WWE apparently is fast-tracking this mentality to Money in the Bank. You do realize nothing will work. Absolutely nothing for the last 4 years has worked. Nothing this year has worked. Now you're using Jinder Mahal to try and get Roman Reigns over. I will tell you this once and only once. Jinder Mahal versus Roman Reigns will fail. If you think Jinder is that good of a heel, and I'm talking about WWE and all the fucking idiots on social media, this'll get Roman over, you are sadly fucking mistaken. WWE has done the exact opposite. This is fucking New York City, motherfucker. You got Jinder Mahal ruining Roman Reigns' night tonight, and Jinder Mahal was the biggest babyface of the entire fucking night. I never seen more praise for Jinder Mahal in my entire life than I seen on social media tonight. You honestly think that Jinder Mahal is going to help get Roman Reigns a babyface reaction? No, 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 no! Vince McMahon. Believe me, when that match happens, Jinder Mahal will be the biggest babyface of the evening. You know, Roman might have lost tonight, and I don't know where WWE is going, and I don't know what their plans are. But Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal is not going to take place at Money in the Bank. You think WWE is going to straddle Roman Reigns with Jinder Mahal at one of the Big 5 pay-per-views? You must be fucking brain dead. Roman Reigns might not have won tonight. Roman Reigns might not have made me look like a complete fucking genius. But time is on my side. We have 6 weeks to go. Do you honestly think WWE is not going to put Roman Reigns in a Money in the Bank ladder match with 4 of the top guys on Raw and 4 of the top guys on SmackDown Live in one big match? You are sadly mistaken, clowns. There's 6 weeks left to go. Roman Reigns will lobby that he got fucked over. He got fucked over at the Greatest Royal Rumble. He got fucked over at Monday Night Raw tonight because of Jinder Mahal. They will grant him another opportunity at Money in the Bank. They will. And he will win, and he will advance, and he will be in that ladder match. Now, the reason why I say he will advance and be in the match anyway, even though he lost his qualifying match tonight, do you honestly see anybody else in that match? Like, look at the top tier guys on Monday Night Raw. Finn Balor is already in. Braun Strowman's already in. That's 2 guys right there. Seth Rollins is not going to be in there. He'll probably be defending the Intercontinental Championship. That's what he has to do, right? You might have an Elias in there. You might have a Bobby Roode in there. You might have... who else is on Monday Night Raw? I'm just looking at the landscape. You got Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler. They're in a tag team. You're not really going to have another big name in Money in the Bank. WWE is going to fill this match with top-tier guys. And the 2 guys that I see potentially getting in are Roman and Elias. There's a reason why they had triple threat matches tonight. I don't understand why they had triple threat matches tonight. The more triple threat matches that they have, the more top guys they eliminate from being in the match. So I didn't understand why they just didn't do one-on-one matches to make it a little bit more unpredictable and just kind of prolong this over a span of 6 weeks. They did the same thing with the women. How many women do they have on that roster realistically that you're going to blow through? You need 4 women on that show for Raw. And you need 4 women on that show for SmackDown Live. You can't have triple threat matches every fucking week unless it was just triple threat matches this week. And they just wanted to kind of kick it off with a bang. I don't know. But whatever the case may be, Roman Reigns is not going into Money in the Bank fighting Jinder Mahal. Roman Reigns is going into Money in the Bank, and he's going to be vying for that briefcase. Now, if Roman does get there, this is another thing that I mentioned on social media tonight. You know, WWE is doing Roman Reigns no favors whatsoever. You know, they want so desperately to have this guy cheered and revered by the audience. Meanwhile, in every possible situation, this guy is getting fucked over left and right. No matter who he's in the ring with, he is the heel going into this match. He's the heel going into a match with Brock Lesnar. He's a heel going into a match with fucking Samoa Joe. He's a heel going into a match with fucking... You could put anybody in that ring and Roman's going to be the fucking heel. Case in point, Jinder Mahal. Nobody fucking cares about Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal got a babyface reaction tonight. Nothing will work. You honestly think Roman Reigns is going to get any type of reaction in Chicago, of all fucking places? You talk about the fucking crucifixion of Jesus Christ. My God, Roman Reigns is going to fucking make Jesus Christ and whatever he went through make look like fucking child's play if he wins Money in the Bank. Are you kidding me? And then you got Braun Strowman in that match. Who the fuck on this planet wants to see Roman Reigns win a ladder match or a match in general with Braun Strowman involved? WWE is doing Roman no favors whatsoever. If he wins against Jinder Mahal, it won't work. If he advances to Money in the Bank, you're going to have Braun Strowman in the same fucking match. as Roman Reigns. On top of whoever SmackDown Live's going to have in the fucking match. God forbid Daniel Bryan's in the fucking match. I don't know what WWE has planned for Roman Reigns at this juncture, at this point, at this stage. It is downright fucking embarrassing, man. And they need to cut losses. They need to end it. It's over. The experiment is a failure. I truly don't understand. And I truly don't understand how many people are so blinded by the fact that this guy is being booed. I had one person on social media tonight tell me that the reason why Roman Reigns gets booed is because the fans think it's cool to boo him. That is the logic of the modern day WWE fan. That is how mindless and brain dead the modern WWE fan is. They think Roman is getting booed because it's cool to boo him. Let me tell you something, man. Roman is not being booed because it's cool to boo him. There's nothing emanating from Roman Reigns that speaks champion. Nothing. The guy comes out and you look at him, and as a wrestling fan, what is there that gravitates you towards Roman Reigns? What is so great about Roman Reigns that makes you invested in his character? He has no charisma. He has no character whatsoever. And then WWE has the absolute fucking gall, the balls, to script Roman Reigns in a promo tonight telling him how, there's WWE politics going on, that he's being held down by management. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking... I don't believe how you have a man like that in this position, after everything you've done, have him come out there and say that he's sick of being held down by management. Are you fucking for real? You look in Roman Reigns' fucking Rolodex, you look on his cell phone, you look at who he's got on speed dial, it's WWE management. He's in the back pocket of WWE management. If there was a deck of 52 fucking cards, every fucking card would be Roman Reigns. Are you fucking for real? Politics going on. Roman Reigns is the fucking politics backstage. How am I supposed to be invested in a character? How am I supposed to genuinely like this guy if you're going to have him come out there and say that? It makes me hate him even more. Roman needs to be frustrated to a point. This is where it should be leading. Every twist and turn, the guy's getting fucked over. Enough is enough. Fuck the fans. Fuck management. Go get yourself AOP and fucking destroy Monday Night Raw. That's where it needs to go. That's where it needs to go. Until WWE gets off this fucking high horse and stops being ignorant fucking assholes, nothing will ever change. Nothing will ever change. So the premise of tonight's show is Roman's road to Money in the Bank. Roman's road, because he thinks he's the uncrowned Universal Champion. How could you be an uncrowned champion? How could you say that I'm going to take back what's rightfully mine when you never even had possession of it in the first fucking place? Meanwhile, you got Finn Balor coming out here, not saying a fucking peep about the Universal Championship. That's a guy who willingly had to give up the title and was never put in the same phrase as Universal title since he's come back from injury. How Vince McMahon can continue to push Roman Reigns when you have Seth Rollins, who right now is achieving the success that he had before his injury. He's the hottest thing on WWE television right now, and more so than guys like AJ Styles. And that's a lot. That's a lot of fucking hard work. Braun Strowman. You got two guys on that show that people genuinely want to see. Everybody asks me, JD, why would you turn Roman Reigns heel? Why wouldn't I turn Roman Reigns heel? What did I tell you on Off the Script Part 2? Did you listen to what I stated to you? Look at how over Braun Strowman is. Look at how over Seth Rollins is. You don't think a heel Roman Reigns has a plethora of fucking talent to go up against as a heel? Look at how over both of those guys are. Nothing will change. It's going to make Roman look good. A heel Roman versus a babyface Braun and a babyface Seth Rollins. What is there not to understand? Right now, Roman has no one to go up against. He's going into every match the fucking heel. Turn him heel already. Not only is it going to make him better, but it's going to make everyone in the ring with him that much over. I don't know how many weeks I can come on here and explain it to you, man. I really don't. You either get it or you don't. I get it. I get it. Do you get it? The majority of you do. The 60 or 70 of you that are going to thumbs down the video clearly are fucking clueless. Roman's going to be in Money in the Bank. They aren't going to book him against Jinder Mahal at a Big 5 pay-per-view with no fucking title on the line. Doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Roman's going to be in Money in the Bank. WWE is just prolonging it to gain whatever sympathy they think is out there for the guy. There is zero sympathy. There's zero sympathy. It's like me walking into fucking Starbucks asking for a cup of breakfast blend in the morning. Sorry, we're all out. We're all out of sympathy, motherfucker. There's none left. All I have is decaf, and nobody drinks decaf. Moving on. How long did I talk about Roman Reigns? Half a fucking hour. The women of Monday Night Raw actually had the best match of the night. Very, very pleased to see Ember Moon, Ruby Riott, and Sasha Banks in a triple threat match. Yeah, all three of those women, realistically, could be in the Money in the Bank ladder match for Monday Night Raw. But you know they gotta save a spot for Alexa Bliss. They gotta save a spot for their precious Alexa Bliss. Sad to see Sasha and Ruby Riott already eliminated. I'm assuming Bayley's gonna get one of those spots, and they're gonna try and hang on by a thread for this fucking storyline with Sasha and Bayley, even though it's losing momentum as the weeks go on because they're too busy putting over the fucking Riot Squad. Ember Moon is going to be a big deal on Monday Night Raw, man. I just feel it. She has the look, she has the in-ring ability, and I think she's going to be wildly popular with the young female audience. She just has that appeal to her, man. She is great at what she does. She is probably my favorite woman on... she was my favorite in NXT, and outside of Sasha Banks right now, she is easily my favorite on Monday Night Raw. Ruby Riott, no slouch of her own, man. She's been doing great work the last month and a half. You know, she's got a great look. She's the only redeeming quality of the Riot Squad. The other two are completely fucking worthless. But Ruby Riott, that briefcase was made for someone like Ruby Riott, and it sucks that she might not even be in the match. Ember Moon won tonight against Sasha and Ruby Riott with an eclipse that nailed Ruby Riott, and the backlash of it, or, you know, the effects of it, took Sasha out of the match at the same time. Ember Moon won and advances to Money in the Bank. Now, the one thing I want you guys to ponder is this. You watch something like what you've seen tonight with the women, and you watch Ember and Sasha and Ruby Riott and how great women's wrestling can actually be. And then you look at the shit that we got at WrestleMania, and you look at the shit we got at Backlash with Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss. Realistically, this is a serious question to everybody. I know the answer to it already. I want to know if you guys have the same type of mentality that I have and realize how fucked up it is. How long do you honestly think WWE can keep the title on Nia Jax, knowing the quality of wrestler that is in that women's division is so much more superior than Nia Jax? Nothing in that division, Nia Jax will be able to handle. She is awful. She is downright awful at what she does. Nowhere should she be near a championship. She shouldn't be in the position that she's in. And the only reason why she's in the position that she's in is because of her stance on, her upbringing and total divas and the fact that she is bullied and she's frowned upon because she's a plus-size woman, right? And the fact that she's Samoan. And she has Dwayne Johnson in her back pocket, nicely snugged away. That's the only reason why she's in the position that she's in. Can you honestly say Nia Jax is going to thrive in a women's division with the likes of Ember Moon, Ruby Riott, Sasha Banks on the uprising? With this amount of wrestling talent, is Nia Jax going to be able to handle that? Alexa Bliss couldn't do jack shit against Nia Jax. The only one that made Nia Jax look good in her entire main roster stint was Sasha Banks. Asuka couldn't do it. Bayley couldn't do it. Alexa couldn't do it. Mickie James couldn't do it. Sasha was the only one. How long do you think WWE is going to keep that up? That is a serious fucking question. Nia Jax should not be in the position that she's in whatsoever. Now, as far as the women go on Monday Night Raw, Ember Moon advanced tonight in the triple threat match over Sasha and Ruby Riott. WWE probably going to put Bayley. They're probably going to correlate Sasha and Bayley, and kind of build more tension there, even though Bayley did present herself in a positive way and tried to help Sasha Banks tonight. Bayley might be in there. Alexa's going to be in there. I don't know who the fourth could be. I don't really care at this point. It might be one of the Riot Squad members. It might be a Liv Morgan. It might be a Sarah Logan. It could easily be a not Trish Stratus. Mickie James. I don't know why I mentioned Trish Stratus. WWE has a bunch of commercials on for the WWE Network. They got a new table for three, a bunch of new specials. Trish Stratus is one of them. So it's Trish, Alexa, and Lita. That's why I was thinking Trish Stratus, because I know it's on right now, and I'm gonna try and watch that before I head off to sleep tonight. But it might be a Liv Morgan, it might be a Mickie James, it might be a Sarah Logan. I really don't care at this point. Ember Moon to me is the winner of the Money in the Bank for the women in Chicago. I'd love to see Ember and Asuka have a showdown, being that there is history there in Chicago. I'd love to see that. Tease it a little bit, because I think Ember Moon's going to be the champion going into the end of the year. I think Asuka's going to claim the SmackDown Women's Championship on her side. I think Ember and Asuka are going to meet at Survivor Series, man. That's the way I'd do it. So tease it at Money in the Bank, and then set up that match for Survivor Series when Raw and SmackDown go head-to-head. So I think that is a brilliant idea, and I hope to see some tease there with those two, because they do have history. And we've seen something similar to that last year in Money in the Bank with AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura that got everybody crazy. And ultimately, WWE has disappointed us in this feud that has been ongoing on SmackDown Live for the WWE Championship. But the women had a great match tonight, so kudos to them. Finally, we had some decent shit on Monday Night Raw when it comes to the women's division. Bobby Lashley, my goodness. Bobby Lashley will forever be known as Bobby Trashley. All I hear all night is how great this guy was in Impact Wrestling. How WWE has stripped him of his moves. They took away the Dominator and they gave him a standing vertical suplex, a delayed vertical suplex. They took away all his moves. They took away his spear. They took away his power bomb. They took away his Dominator. They have stripped Bobby Lashley naked, and he's nothing but generic and boring on WWE television. That may be the case. I didn't like Lashley in WWE in his first time. I didn't like Lashley in TNA. I don't like Lashley now. Then WWE gives me this fucking sit-down segment that absolutely was channel-changing garbage. I want to hear this guy speak about why he's back in the WWE. What are your aspirations? What are your goals? What do you want to accomplish here? Who do you want to see in the ring with yourself staring at you from across the way? Who do you want in that ring with you? What type of competition do you want? This guy's interviewed by Renee Young and he's talking about dirty towels and his 3 fucking older sisters. Are you fucking kidding me? How could you sit there and rectify or defend WWE in any way possible for what they gave us with Bobby Lashley tonight? I thought I was supposed to care about the guy. In fact, WWE made me care less about the guy. If that's even humanly possible at this fucking point. I don't understand it, man. I really don't understand it. This guy is nothing but a smiley clown. He is the happiest fucking wrestler. And honestly, at this point in this interview, he put Apollo Crews to shame. He is awful. He is absolutely downright fucking disgusting. And then he looks into the fucking camera and says to his 3 sisters, I love you, and I can't wait to see you. I miss you. This is coming from a guy who is a superior athlete, who is a 15-2 record in MMA. He's over here fucking being all lovey-dovey as if he's fucking sitting on the Love Connection. Are you fucking out of your mind with this shit? Yet I'm supposed to care about Bobby Lashley. This did absolutely nothing but ruin this guy's run. And now WWE is at a point with Bobby Lashley where they can't rectify a fucking babyface run. They're going to be forced to turn this guy heel because when he comes out, you're going to hear nothing but fucking crickets. Yeah, I'm supposed to sit here and talk positive about Monday Night Raw. How could you fucking justify this shit? Bobby Lashley continues to be one of the worst signings of WWE in its history for this second run. Guy has done absolutely nothing. They're ruining his character, putting him with Braun Strowman, bringing Braun Strowman down because nobody gives a fuck about Bobby Lashley. Change it. Fix it. Desperately. Then you want to put him against Brock Lesnar, possibly, potentially at SummerSlam? Who the fuck is going to believe in Bobby Lashley when he's over here fucking expressing love for his older sisters? I don't give a fuck about your upbringing. Tell me why you're here. Brock Lesnar's going to eat him alive and then pick his fucking teeth with the remains if that match happens. And at this point, I'm actually looking forward to seeing that happen. Bobby Lashley's like Finn Balor right now. Where the fuck where are his balls? Over here talking about his 3 sisters. I don't give a fuck about your 3 sisters and them playing with a dirty fucking towel. My God. If I want to go look up your fucking amateur accolades, I'll go on Wikipedia. I don't need you to fucking tell me. And that was pretty much Monday Night Raw, man. Backlash was garbage. You expected a fallout show for Backlash? There was nothing to fall out on. It was shit. Critically fucking panned in every fucking universe known to man. Bryan Alvarez said it may have been the worst pay-per-view he's ever fucking reviewed. That's how bad it was. WWE pissed off a lot of fucking people. And they have no one to blame but themselves. Nobody to blame but themselves because of the reason that I gave you on my Backlash preview and predictions video on Friday. They put so much effort into the greatest Royal Rumble that they made Backlash look absolutely fucking absent. It was completely irrelevant. Nothing had any type of emotional attachment to the fans. Nothing. You're lucky you had Seth Rollins and The Miz go out there and give you one of the best matches of the year. If that match didn't happen, my God, I wonder what everybody's fucking thoughts on Backlash would have been. That one match saved a sinking ship from fucking hitting the bottom of the ocean and fucking absolutely killing everybody on Impact. Complete shit. Complete fucking garbage, man. Anyway, the rest of this fucking Monday Night Raw, which was nothing special at all. I have the Bobby Lashley thing queued up here. You will listen to it. If I had to listen to it, and you guys watch me and you don't watch the show, I'm gonna fucking torture you like I was tortured with Bobby Lashley. It's queued up, it's right here. I'm looking right at it. All I see is him smiling, looking into the fucking camera on the fucking thumbnail. Are you fucking serious? Anyway. Monday Night Raw opened up with Braun Strowman demanding an invitation to the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. He wants to be in the ladder match, but so does Kevin Owens. Happy birthday to Kevin Owens, you fucking prick. Thanks for blocking me on social media. I was going to wish you happy birthday, but why should I? How can I? I'm benched. For what reason? I don't know. All I do is praise you and Sami Zayn every fucking week. Here's what it is, man. Here's what it is. Braun Strowman demands an invitation to the men's Money in the Bank.
Did I ever tell you about the time when I was a kid and all the boys in my neighborhood decided they were going to build a tree house? I listened to them saw boards, hammer nails, and paint the whole thing, and not one time did they ever ask me for help. And when they got done, I had to listen to them talk about their stupid little handshake so you could climb up the rope ladder into their treehouse. So you know what I did?
You climbed up the ladder and destroyed the treehouse?
Even better, I waited for every one of them to get in the treehouse, and I knocked the whole damn tree down.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. You've been on a roll lately. I mean, you won the tag team titles at WrestleMania. You won the greatest Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia, and last night, you won again at Backlash. If anyone deserves a shot at Money in the Bank, it's you.
If anyone deserves to be in that ladder match, it's me. Look, I've only been on Raw a few weeks, and even though you didn't want me here, Kurt, you can't deny that I am Raw's MVP. Oh yeah, I anchor the highest rated segments. I have arenas all over the world chanting my name. And more importantly, I am a team player. I respect the rules, unlike Braun Strowman. Last night at Backlash, the wrong man was pinned, and that goes against the WWE rulebook. Last night's decision should be reversed, which means Sami and I should be declared the winners, which means Braun Strowman was on the losing team, which means Braun Strowman's not a roll, I'm on a roll. I deserve to be in that Money in the Bank ladder match, and I shouldn't have to qualify for it. I deserve to be in it for everything I've been through these last few months. And Braun, you know what Braun Strowman deserves? The only thing he deserves is to be sent to a giant corner in timeout so that he can reflect on how he's been a very, very bad monster. Bad monster, Braun.
Kind of lame.
Listen, Kevin, I can't just put you in the Money in the Bank ladder match. But before I was rudely interrupted by you, I was about to tell Braun that he will have a qualifying match for Money in the Bank.
He doesn't deserve.
Oh.
I deserve.
The only thing you deserve is to get these hands.
No. I'm not interested in your hands. I'm not interested in your stupid catchphrase. I'm not interested in your childhood sob stories. What I am interested in, Kurt, is you treating me fairly. So here's what's gonna happen, Kurt. Let me tell you, you're gonna make a decision. And it should be a smart decision. And that decision should keep in mind the fact that you need this job. That decision should keep in mind the fact that Stephanie McMahon is watching. And that decision should be that you are going to announce that the very first Raw superstar to enter the Money in the Bank ladder match is Kevin Owens.
All right. I'm glad you reminded me that Stephanie McMahon was watching. But I've decided that I'm going to put Braun Strowman in a qualifying match. And you know what? Ironically, his opponent is going to be you.
Good luck, KO. Now we're talking.
So that's the way Monday Night Raw opened up. Immediately, Braun Strowman went against Kevin Owens to open the show. And I didn't really care for the match. My main problem with the match was, usually with Braun Strowman, he dominates literally everybody he's in the ring with. Was Kevin Owens going to stand up and actually put forth a challenge for Braun Strowman? And the match started off with Kevin Owens playing a cowardly heel. Running away and backing away and, taking advantage of a miscue on the outside. There was an instance where he was jumping into the audience, and then he jumped on top of the barricade and did a tornado DDT on Braun Strowman. He got right back into the ring and wanted the referee to count, looking for a quick count out, only to advance to Money in the Bank. He did the same thing again when Braun ran into the steel post, and he was knocked to the outside. Again, telling the referee to count, looking for a count out. That's not the type of heel Kevin Owens needs to be playing, man. Kevin Owens is, a tough guy. He's always looking for a fight. He can back up what he says in a promo. He doesn't need to be backing away for a match with Braun Strowman. He shouldn't be doing that. So I really didn't like that at all. But Kevin Owens did get some offense in on Braun Strowman. He got some super kicks in there. He got the bullfrog splash on Braun Strowman. And then after that, it was mostly Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman killed him with huge shoulder tackles on the outside, running around the ring. Kevin Owens sold the shit out of those shoulder tackles. The first one almost knocked him into the audience. Then he did it again, and then he did it a third time where Kevin Owens flipped over, turned him inside out. So Braun Strowman, took care of Kevin Owens pretty easily after some offense from Owens. Ended up beating Kevin Owens with a running power slam. Braun Strowman advances to the Money in the Bank ladder match. No surprise there, man. WWE was never going to give this match to Kevin Owens at all. So we had Bayley and Breezango commenting on Money in the Bank. Bayley, I can understand. Breezango, I don't know why Breezango was cutting a promo on qualifying for Money in the Bank. There was rumors going around that WWE was going to give us a third ladder match at Money in the Bank. It's going to be one for the women, one for the men, and then WWE was going to introduce the first ever. There's that phrase again, and Vince McMahon loves his first time evers, and WWE in 2018 has been all about the first time evers. I would not be surprised that WWE gives us a Money in the Bank tag team ladder match, which to me doesn't make any sense. It's going to be a fucking chaotic mess. It should not be. It will completely water down the ladder match. And tag teams, is there even enough tag teams on SmackDown Live and Monday Night Raw to even have a ladder match? You're going to have a 4-team ladder match? What type of ladder match are you going to have? So I don't understand why they had Breezango commenting on Money in the Bank, unless it's just to get them television time and just give you a perception of everybody is throwing their hat into wanting qualifying matches for Money in the Bank. I don't know. But I hope to God that there's no tag team Money in the Bank ladder match. That would be completely ridiculous. 2 is fine. And then whatever you're doing with AJ Styles and Nakamura, they might have a TLC. I would accept that. No more. No more. Men's, women's, and if you want to do Nakamura and AJ Styles in a TLC match, being that every other fucking match that they have is a no contest, I'm okay with that. So we'll see what happens with that and WWE giving us a tag team ladder match for Money in the Bank. No Way Jose, Apollo Crews and Titus O'Neil. No Way Jose makes his debut on Monday Night Raw and they immediately straddle him with Titus fucking Catering. Some way to go there, once you're in Titus Catering, it is very difficult to get out. So No Way Jose, he is a VIP now in Titus Catering. He is not going anywhere. Versus Baron Corbin and The Revival. Absolutely nothing for all 6 of these guys to do, which resulted in a nothing match. Baron Corbin and The Revival win here. End of days to No Way Jose. Nothing more than garbage throwaway match on Monday Night Raw. Money in the Bank qualifying triple threat. Sasha Banks, Ruby Riott, and Ember Moon. Obviously, the Riott Squad on the outside had to get involved. There's no DQ, so there's no rules, so the Riott Squad could have did whatever the fuck they wanted here, and it wouldn't have done anything to Ruby Riott. It's all legal. Logan ends up taking out Moon. She falls to the floor. Riot with a shoulders to the gut of Banks on the apron. Ruby tries to bring Sasha in from the apron. Sasha ends up fighting back, coming in with the upper hand. Banks goes to the top, and Riot decks her, climbs up to the top. Ruby brings Banks to the mat with a Hurricane Rana, but Sasha rolls through with a 2 count. Liv and Logan break up the pin, but it's all legal. So they got involved, and what else is new with the Riot Squad? I wish they weren't there at all. Same thing like I talked about with The Miz. The Miz didn't need the Miz-tourage the last 2 times, and look how great he looked coming out in both losing efforts. Same thing would apply here with the Riot Squad. They didn't need to be there, and I hope that Ruby Riott eventually breaks away because she is too good to be stuck with Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan. So Bayley comes out, makes the save because Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan are beating the shit out of Sasha Banks on the outside. Bayley attacks Liv Morgan and Logan, but they beat her down and go back to work on Sasha Banks. So it's a 2-on-1, the numbers game they talked about. They take out Bayley, they go right back to work on Sasha Banks. Bayley comes back, takes out Liv Morgan and Logan at ringside. Banks returns to the ring and rolls Ruby up for a 2 count. Ruby blocks a Banks statement and drops Sasha. Sasha gets caught, counters, and nails Ruby with the Banks statement out of nowhere. But Ember Moon, she goes to the top with the Eclipse out of nowhere. Ember covers Ruby Riott for the win. It was Sasha Banks going for the Banks statement. She was going to do the backstabber. But before that, Ember Moon comes off the top rope, and with the beginning stages of the Banks statement applied on Ruby Riott, Ember Moon eclipses Ruby Riott. The backlash of Ruby Riott hurt Sasha Banks. Ruby Riott ends up getting pinned by Ember Moon. Ember Moon advances to the Money in the Bank women's ladder match. We had the Bobby Lashley promo and video package with Renee Young. And this was some of the worst WWE television of 2018. Why? If you guys have not watched Monday Night Raw tonight and you're merely watching my review because you find me more entertaining than Monday Night Raw, I'm going to make you suffer, just like I had to suffer through this channel-inducing garbage. And I want everyone to really comment down below. If you did not like Bobby Lashley, do you actually appreciate him after the fact? Or do you hate him or dislike him or care about him even less than you did before? This was absolutely nauseating television by WWE.
We all know about Bobby Lashley, the WWE superstar, but what about Bobby Lashley, the man? Who is Bobby Lashley?
Well, first of all, I gotta say that I'm extremely blessed. You know, unlike so many other unfortunate people, I had a great family. And that's pretty much all I'm about. It was me, my mom, my dad, and my 3 older sisters.
Your sisters, you close with them?
We are. When I was younger, I really didn't think we were. I thought that they were really rude and mean and nasty to me. My sisters used to take me out to the woods and they used to tie me up there and they used to leave me there for hours. They thought that was the funniest thing in the world. Being the younger brother, getting bullied by his older sisters. Especially my older sister, Kathy. Kathy would actually chase me around with a broom. I don't know what it was. Maybe that was her weapon of choice or whatever. But she used to always carry this broom with her. I didn't know if she liked sweeping or whatever. So, of course, I had the little joke that I played on her, and I said, you know, you should just hop on that broom and kind of take off. And that just really fueled her, and she chased me all around and tried to kill me with it. Then there was my next sister, Jessica. You know how some people say they have a security blanket? Well, my sister Jessica had a security towel. She got it from my grandmother, so it was really special to her. But over time, this white towel got a little more dingy and dirty to the point where this towel was nasty and it stunk. And I remember one day she took that towel and she went to school with it. And of course, a local bully saw her and took the towel from her. That's where little brother Bobby stepped in. I went in there and I found that bully and I took that towel from that bully and I shoved it down his throat. I bet that towel was really, really tasty too. But then lastly, there was my last sister, Frances. Frances was the youngest, and she was the closest to my age.
Oh my God.
And of course, being the youngest girl, she was daddy's little girl. My dad was in the army. My sister used to always carry his helmet with her. She took it to school. She took it to church. She took it everywhere she went.
There's
of course,
a minute left.
playing pranks, I decided to take the helmet from her and hide it in her bedroom. You see this scar right here, Renee? This scar will always remind me not to mess with Francis.
Well, it sounds like you've had and still have a pretty colorful life.
Yes, I have, and yes, I do. And I
You
enjoyed
have a
every
colorful
second
life.
of it.
I wish I had
But
fucking
now I
a
have an
colorful
extended family
attitude, some
called
colorful
the
charisma.
WWE
My
Universe.
God.
And we're gonna have a lot of fun together.
What's wrong with your eyebrows?
So much for sitting down here with me. I really appreciate you taking the time today.
1 second, before we leave, if you don't mind if I do one thing.
Sure.
I just want to say hello to my sisters. Kathy, Jessica, Francis. I love you.
Bobby, thank you again. Really appreciate it, and we're all looking forward to learning more about Bobby Lashley.
Thank you.
God, I would never say this on a normal day. I hope they release him. Just do him a favor and just release him. Go back to TNA, please. Impact Wrestling, take him back. Take him off this show. He is making this show that much more unbearable, dude. That was awful. Absolutely awful television. I don't know who watching this show enjoyed it. I don't understand it. And that was absolutely cringe-inducing television, man. Moving on. Jinder Mahal versus Chad Gable. Nice to see Chad Gable on television. But Jinder Mahal here, obviously, Gable pinned him once before. So Jinder wanted the Money in the Bank inclusion. So Kurt Angle said, no, you're not going to be gifted a Money in the Bank qualifier. So I'm just going to put you in a match with Chad Gable. And Jinder Mahal wins here. Jinder scooped Gable up for a big power move. Gable slides out, rolls him up for a 2 count. Jinder with a shot over the rope and a big boot. He calls for the Colossus in the middle of the ring, and he nails it, and he pins Chad Gable. 1, 2, 3. Jinder Mahal defeats Chad Gable to nothing but the sound of silence. There you go. Moving on here, man. Zack Ryder walks into Kurt Angle's office. Ryder wants to qualify for Money in the Bank because he's Long Island IZ, and Monday Night Raw was taking place in Long Island. Angle says he's a big fan of Ryder, but Mahal comes in with Sunil Singh, asking if Angle saw what he just did to Gable. Jinder wants to be put into the main event to make it a fatal 4-way. Ryder ends up mocking Jinder and telling him the answer is no. Jinder and Singh storm off as Ryder and Angle laugh. And then all of a sudden we got Ryder and Angle doing a pound. Whatever, man. Jinder wanted to be in Money in the Bank because he beat Chad Gable. Better luck next time, you fucking failure. Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler versus Rhino and Heath Slater. Man, my God, does Drew McIntyre look fucking beastly. This tag team is going to be fucking great, man. Easily the best thing about Monday Night Raw right now is Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. I'm happy for Dolph Ziggler, man. Being paired with Drew McIntyre, he looks fucking great. McIntyre looks sharp. His attitude, his demeanor, everything is clicking for Drew McIntyre right now. They destroyed Rhino and Heath Slater. There was chance of 3MB when he got in the ring with Heath Slater. They obviously won here with the Zigzag Claymore combination, which looked absolutely brutal. And that was it. That was it, man. They hit it on Mr. Heath Slater, and it was over. 1, 2, 3. Elias versus Bobby Roode for a 3rd time. I didn't want to see it the first or the second time, so I don't know why WWE thought we want to see it for a 3rd time. Bobby Roode is treading get off my TV fucking territory, man. Unless this guy turns heel, he will be get off my TV for the foreseeable future. And I am very, very sad that I'm actually admitting that because I love Bobby Roode, but his babyface run is absolutely fucking awful. Awful. And I mentioned this on Backlash Review. Bobby Roode turning heel would give Seth Rollins a glorious opponent for the Intercontinental Championship. You got to do it. I don't know what the fuck they're waiting for. You know, Elias, I fully expect to be in Money in the Bank because he's high on everybody's list. He's high on WWE management's list. I would expect him to be in Money in the Bank with Braun, with Finn, and with Roman. But in this match, Bobby Roode ends up winning with a glorious DDT. After some trash talking by Elias, Bobby Roode seen an opening, and he got the glorious DDT. There was chance of this is boring faintly. Nobody gave a fuck about this match. I didn't, you didn't, Long Island didn't. After the match, Bobby Roode cut a promo with Charlie Caruso saying that he wants to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match. A win over Elias is great, but a win at Money in the Bank would be absolutely glorious. Better luck next time, Mr. Bobby Roode. You won't be at Money in the Bank. Continue to have that wish upon a shooting star. You won't be there. Nor do I want him there. Seth Rollins comes out for an open challenge. Rollins thanks the Long Island crowd and says he can learn from The Miz about what kind of champion not to be. Rollins wants to be here every single week. He wants to be the champion that The Miz can only pretend to be. Or was this really a shot at Brock Lesnar? That's what I was thinking. He wants to be there every single week. That's a shot at Brock Lesnar if you ask me. Now, Rollins says the buzz tonight is for Money in the Bank, and rightfully so, but Rollins has more important things to worry about, and that is the Intercontinental Championship, and the title is on Raw. He wants to make it the title on Raw. Now, he wants to create an opportunity for somebody else. Rollins issues an open challenge for the Intercontinental Championship. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Jason Jordan returning? A surprise Dean Ambrose return? Who do we get? Who do we get? An NXT talent? No, it's fucking Mojo Rawley. Why is it that everybody who issues an open challenge has Mojo Rawley come out? Is there nobody else in the back that wants to step up and fucking challenge for the title? Whether it be the US or the Intercontinental Championship? Mojo Rawley's always at the front of the line? I don't understand that. When his music goes off, there's a fucking sigh of disappointment in the arena, everywhere he goes. I don't understand why he's the only man to challenge anybody with these open challenges. Comes out and says that, you know, he is here to win the Intercontinental Championship. Then he's going to go on to win Money in the Bank and win the contract. And he's going to change Monday Night Rollins to Monday Night Rawley. There was a collective LOL from everybody in the crowd when he dropped the Monday Night Rawley line. And no, it's not because he was humorous or funny. It was just pathetic. Now, I will say this. It is a fresh matchup. It is something new. It is something out of the ordinary. It wasn't that bad. You know, it was something different than the norm. I'd rather see this than a fucking match with Finn Balor for a fifth fucking time. You know? But Mojo Rawley didn't do anything. He didn't get anything accomplished. He came out, he challenged, he lost. Rollins ended up hitting the high knee to the face and the blackout curb stomp for the pin. Good luck with Monday Night Rawley. Maybe you can make Monday Night Rawley in 2K18. Good luck there, buddy. Good luck. It ain't happening in real life. Moving on here, man. Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel versus Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt. I don't know. They say they're changing their name. It's in their DNA to no longer be the Miztourage. They're now leading men. And they will prove that tonight. Turn them on, turn them loose, Axel says. And all of a sudden, Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy come out for this non-title match. The Leader of Worlds hit the ring with their remixed entrance, which WWE still has not fixed. It's just as awful as the first time you heard it. But Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt win here with a double Sister Abigail on Axel, and Matt covers for the pin. Who cares? Get the titles off these guys. The act and the tag team is going nowhere. I'd much rather see McIntyre and Ziggler as the tag team champions, and I'm hoping that we're heading towards that direction. Money in the Bank qualifying match, Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn. The best part of this match was the fact that Roman Reigns was being double teamed by Finn Balor and Sami Zayn, and people started to finally come alive. Anytime Roman Reigns got some offense in, they hit the chant of same old shit. I had a friend in attendance who sent me a video via text saying that Beach Ball Mania was running wild in Long Island. That's how much they cared about the fucking match with Roman Reigns attempting to qualify for Money in the Bank. So, obviously here, you guys know what happened as we talked about it in the beginning. Roman Reigns here went for a Superman punch on Balor. Reigns was waiting in the corner to get the spear on Balor. Out from nowhere comes Jinder Mahal. He trips up Reigns, causing him to fall on his face. Sami nails the haluva kick on Reigns. Balor follows up and drops Sami into the corner with his hesitation drop kick. Balor goes up to the top for the coup de grace, nails it, covers Sammy for the pin, and advances to Money in the Bank. Jinder Mahal shown smiling at Roman Reigns because he was not granted an opportunity to make it a fatal four-way. Reigns looking on in disgust, holding his head down, crying that he got screwed again. The best thing for Roman Reigns to do is say, fuck management, fuck Vince, fuck the WWE, fuck the fans, acquire the services of the Authors of Pain, and just fucking wreak havoc on Monday Night Raw. Please, please, turn this man heel. You have every fucking signal staring you, blinking at you directly in the face. Everything is pointing towards Roman Reigns' heel turn. And WWE will just not capitalize on it. Finn Balor wins. He advances to Money in the Bank. We will certainly be getting Roman getting another opportunity at Money in the Bank because he was screwed. I'm sure he's going to lobby to Kurt Angle. Going to get his match with Jinder Mahal. He's going to beat Jinder Mahal. Roman Reigns is still going to be a heel. Mahal's going to be a babyface in that match, believe it or not, against Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns is going to advance to Money in the Bank because there, quite frankly, is nobody else to advance in Money in the Bank. You think they're going to put Bobby Roode over Roman Reigns in Money in the Bank? Fuck no. You think they're going to put anybody else over Roman Reigns in Money in the Bank? Fuck no. They're not. They're not. That Money in the Bank match is going to be a star-studded affair. You're going to have Strowman, you're going to have Elias, you're going to have Balor, you're going to have Reigns, and you're probably going to have Joe. You're going to have Brian. You're probably going to have Almas, on the other end for SmackDown Live, and whoever else you want to put in there. I don't fucking know. Whoever. Randy Orton. It's going to be a star-studded affair. If you think Roman Reigns is not going to be in that star-studded match on June 17th in Chicago, you are sadly mistaken. Those are my thoughts on Monday Night Raw. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you did, hit that thumbs up. We got a new t-shirt on sale tomorrow. It's going up. It'll be there, if not already. But make sure you guys look out for my Twitter for the new t-shirt, man. It will be debuting the new Roman Reigns. And he's still not over design. It's coming. It's on Barbershop Window. So make sure you guys tune into my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell for notifications. Let's hit 92,000 subscribers tonight for the channel, man. Backlash and Off the Script live on the channel right now. Make sure you guys go and check it out. I should have God of War Part 3 streamed tomorrow to look forward to, so make sure you guys check that out. And Fortnite. We got more Fortnite coming. Probably a Fortnite stream on Wednesday before NXT. Thank you guys so much. I'm getting out of here. Like I said, hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night for SmackDown Live. I'll talk to you later.